This feels unpleasantly familiar.
What happened last time? You don't want to know.
Everyone can relax. This place, Meg-proof.
Meg to the trench.
Welcome to Night News. Before we begin, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. The events of the first movie took place 5 years ago. In addition to assisting Mana 1 with research in a deeper area of the Mariana Trench where the Megalodon has been discovered, Jonas Taylor has made substantial contributions to the fight against environmental crimes. When Suyin Zhang passed away, Taylor's teenage daughter Mei Ying was kept by her uncle Juming Zhang. Additionally, Juming Zhang and well-known entrepreneur Hilary Driscoll had purchased their father's business. Mana 1 has also been looking into a female Meg by the name of Heike. After being found as a pup, she was raised by Juming at a reserve in Hainan. Taylor is concerned about Heike's recent surprising behavior despite Juming's joy. Taylor and Juming take Mei Ying stowaways to the trench so they can have a standard submersible tour and see the trench for the first time. DJ and Mac, two further Meg survivors, are keeping an eye on the gang from the Mana 1. Heike, who had escaped from prison the previous night, is avoided by the submarines, but she manages to push past it as they descend below the thermocline. A massive alpha male and a much tiny beta Meg arrive to mate with Heike. Both Megs have grown significantly. As Taylor and his team are preparing to depart, they discover the illegal mining operation at a station run by the mercenary Montes, who is furious with Taylor for previously imprisoning him. Taylor has upset Montes by imprisoning him. Driscoll enlisted Montes' group to exploit the Mana 1's underground access to stealthily collect rare earth minerals, which may bring in billions of dollars. Because Montes killed his crew in an explosion to cover up their wrongdoings, the Taylor and Juming ships are stuck. Additionally, as a result of this, the trench ruptures. DJ, Mac, and fellow Mana 1 analyst Jess find that since the rescue pod has been destroyed, the crew must travel to the station wearing exosuits. The only ones who make it there are Taylor, Mei Ying, Juming, Rigas, and a security guard. The four flee the station in another submersible while Jess and Driscoll disclose their actual motives and attempt to kill the four after a confrontation with Montes, who is able to reach the surface using a buoy. Driscoll dispatches soldiers to seize command of the Mana 1 as Montes emerges and speaks with Jess. The three Megs, a swarm of snapper-like animals, a giant kraken, and other species emerge from the trench and reach the surface. The crew exits to find the earlier thermocline break. After the Meg has ingested Jess, Montes collects Taylor's gang, along with DJ and Mac. Then, after assembling Taylor's team, Montes gives the go-ahead for the mercenaries to attack the group. Taylor's crew goes on to a nearby resort after informing the tourists of Fun Island. In their attempt to assassinate Taylor's soldiers, Driscoll, Montes, and the mercenaries are assaulted by the snappers, who also kill a couple of the mercenaries. As the Megs and the Kraken start their assault, Taylor's crew separates to evict the visitors. Before being attacked by Montes, Taylor kills the beta male Meg with a harpoon that has an explosive attached. So they both started sailing towards land. The two continue to struggle until Taylor leads Montes into a second Meg to be ingested. Juming constructs a bomb out of fertilizer and boards Driscoll's unsecured chopper with Mac in order to get to the beach where Mei Ying is attempting to save tourists. Juming places a bomb to weaken the Kraken as it is destroying the helicopter. Then, after being led inside, Heike engages the monster in combat and puts a stop to it. The biggest Meg is fatally impaled in the skull by Taylor, who snares one of the helicopter's blades as Juming dives toward the debris in an effort to save Mac. He uses his signals to deflect Heike's attention as she turns to face Taylor, Juming, and Mac. Heike turns her focus to a group of dolphins swimming away. As they travel to the coast, Juming explains that Heike fled from jail because it was mating season and she seems to be expecting. At response to Taylor's assurance that they shouldn't worry, the gang rejoices at their survival. A review aggregation website called Rotten Tomatoes includes 140 reviews, with an overall rating of 4.5, with 28% of them being favorable. The following is how the website evaluates the movie. It isn't without its funny moments, but Meg 2, The Trench suffers from a disjointed story that drifts for too long before finally delivering a few campy thrills. Based on 36 reviews with a weighted average rating of 41 out of 100, the movie received mixed or average reviews on Metacritic. In a post-track poll, viewers gave the movie an overall approval rating of 72%, with 55% of respondents indicating they would definitely recommend it. In a cinema score survey, Audiences gave the movie an average grade of B on a scale from A+ to F. Brian Tallarico, a reviewer for RogerEbert.com, gave the movie a rating of 1 out of 4 stars and stated, "At least until the final half hour, when he's finally free to unleash some monstrous chaos, this is one of the dullest films of the year, a plotting, poorly made giant shark movie that inexplicably lets the giant shark take a backseat to an evil underwater drilling operation." Meg 2 is confident in its schlock, piling on one ridiculous conceit after another at such a pace that the audience can't help but be swept up in it, Richard Lawson said in Vanity Fair. Many filmmakers don't seem to realize how tough it is to thread the needle. Being foolish is not enough.
Full thrust! Full thrust!
No engines, minimal motion. The wound looks like food.
I still think we look like food.
That's the biggest thing I've ever seen. You have to save them!
Come on, you ugly bug.